Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Blessed be the name of the Most High. So I wasn't expecting to be doing a video like this, but last night I was minding my business, putting my dinner together, and y'all started talking to me, and he brought up accountability. Now this may step on some toes, but it's okay because it stepped on mine too, all 10 of them. And he was just saying, like, I send people into your lives for a reason. And he said, maybe to help you through a struggle, to push you closer to himself, to save you from yourself, for accountability, or for whatever else he is using them for. It's going to always be for your good. So he don't send these people into our lives to condemn us or to make us feel low about ourselves. It's really to help us. It's for our own benefits. It's going to do us some good and not bad. And he was also saying that a lot of you don't like accountability. Some of y'all pray and ask him to send other believers into your life to fellowship with. But as soon as they point out something you need to work on, or if they have a message for you from him about what you are doing or what you're not doing that is not pleasing in his sight, then y'all don't want to be bothered. Y'all don't want to hear it. It's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all, you may give an attitude, you may push them away, or whatever the case is. And he said, the major problem is pride. A lot of y'all are prideful. He said some of y'all are too prideful to the point where y'all don't even listen to what he's saying to you. And so sometimes that's why he sends people into your life. Like, well, if you're not going to listen to me, then let me send somebody that you look up to, that you respect. And even when they tell you and you reject what they're telling you, that's pride. Pride is in a way of you growing and acknowledging that you have areas in your life that you need to work on. And a lot of times we wonder why we're not growing, why we're stagnant. And a lot of times it's because of pride, because we don't see ourselves. We don't want to see ourselves. We don't want nobody bringing up our mess. Like, we don't want nobody pointing out our flaws. And accountability, it stings like a bee. Okay, it stings like a bee, but it's really to help you. And some of us, we want people in our lives that tell us what we want to hear, not what we really need to hear. The word says the truth shall set you free. The truth is what's going to set you on the right track. It's going to show you some areas in your life that you need to grow in. And once you acknowledge it and you take accountability, that's where the growth starts. That's where the healing begins. Yes, it helps you with healing too, because in order for you to heal from certain things, you also have to take accountability. And it may be in situations that wasn't your fault. But if you recognize that maybe if I wouldn't have allowed this person to keep doing this to me, maybe if I would have spoken up for myself and said, no, I can't do this for you, or, this is not going to work out, whatever it is, that's you taking accountability for it. And once you recognize that you could have done something different to prevent certain things from happening, we can't prevent everything, but when you acknowledge that you could have done something to prevent certain people from using you or whatever it is, then you're able to move forward. You're able to heal. You're able to grow, and you know what to do differently now. And it's okay to say, I have flaws. I have things about me that I don't like, and I know that I need to work on these things. I know I can't do it on my own. Of course, we need the help of the Most High to help us in those areas, but the key to growing is taking accountability. Yah doesn't chastise us to condemn us. He chastises us to correct us and to help us see ourselves and see what he sees, and it's all grace. Sometimes we don't give people grace, but Yah give us grace all the time. He shows us mercy all the time. Even when we don't take accountability for our own mess, he still, in his love, he still shows us grace. Now, he does allow you to keep going around that same mountain until you learn your lesson. Oh yeah, you're gonna keep repeating that same test until you pass it. And I can admit, sometimes I can be prideful, and I've been very prideful in the past. And once I recognized that it was pride that was keeping me from growing in certain areas in my walk, I acknowledged it and I repented and I said, Father, I don't want to stay stuck in this area. I want to grow. And I acknowledge that I am prideful and I don't want to be this way. Help me. I can put two hands up and say, I don't like nobody telling me what to do. I don't want nobody coming in my life telling me what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, how I should do it. I don't like it. I'll be like, you're not my boss, you're not my mom, you're not my dad, so why are you telling me this? But because now that I recognize that it's not to hurt me, but it's to help me, and it's to set me on the right track, it's to correct me. And once you realize that and you actually humble yourself and be like, even though I don't like what I'm hearing right now, and you might be a little irritated, you may get real quiet and not respond because you feeling the sting right now. But once you start actually thinking about it and taking into consideration that that person is actually right and they're just there to help you see some things about yourself that could use some work or that you need to stop doing, and because you're not really considering it, like you don't see it as anything wrong, because we have toxic traits that we have for so long and we're so accustomed to it that we don't see it as a problem until other people points it out, and it don't feel good. We just know it. We don't like it. Don't tell me I'm toxic. Don't tell me I have some toxic traits, because I don't want to hear it. But we always be quick to say, I want real friends that's going to tell me the truth, that's going to keep it real with me. But if you know you're not really ready for the truth, then just keep your mouth shut. Don't even say I want real people in my life that's going to keep it real with me, because you ain't ready for that. Because there are some people that just going to be straight to the point and be like, girl, you need to stop because your attitude is nasty, okay? You need to stop being disrespectful to your parents. You just want to have people in your life that's going to keep it real with you, and you got to be willing to hear it, willing to receive it, and always use discernment. Of course, you don't want to just take what everybody says and just take it at face value. Of course, you want to use discernment and bring it back to the Most High. And if he say, yes, that's exactly the issue, then okay. Then you take the necessary steps to make it right. But, there's some people that the enemy sent into your life to just to tear you down and say all kinds of horrible things about you, and you believe it. You don't want to get stuck in that situation. So always use discernment and pray about it. A lot of times healing starts with acknowledging and accountability, and it may not be necessarily something you did wrong, but taking accountability in a situation that may not have been your fault, but you had a play in it. We can't control everything that happens to us in our life, but there's some things that we can look at and be like, well, maybe if I didn't continue to let this person talk to me like this or treat me like that, then I could have prevented myself from being hurt and wounded so bad to the point where, I'm struggling to forgive. I'm struggling to heal from this situation. I could have said no. I could have walked away. I could have done something different in this situation that could have prevented further problems from stemming up from that. And that's taking accountability, and if it was something bad that you had a hand in, acknowledging it either way is to help you grow and heal and not to do it again, to make better choices in the future. So yeah, he just wanted me to share this, and I hope that you guys can learn from it. Some of y'all probably are struggling with taking accountability right now. You may have people in your life that it doesn't take accountability. Whatever the case is, don't mistreat them. Pray for them, and still be kind. Keep your distance if you have to, but just always come in love and peace. And so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. May the Most High bless you all.